Tell
Ladies
me.
and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting edition of Psychic Saturdays Live with your host, the Queen of Booga Booga, Psychic Sally Diane.
Well, hello, darling, and we're here early. I just couldn't wait to get here and talk to you folks. As I've told you time and time again, my favorite time of the week is being right here on YouTube with you, my subscribers. Remember to tell all your friends about me and make sure that you share this video and give us a like. That would really help us. Now, because I'm early, I know that not a lot of you are out here, so I'm just going to start out with a look at this week in Ontario while you guys come. Okay? So I'm going to use the Leanermon deck, and a lot of us like the Leanermon deck. And let's see what's happening this week in Ontario. And I know that what's going down south of the border will overshadow it, but here in Ontario, what happens in Ontario is pretty important to us. Okay, so this week in Ontario.
And here we go.
Okay, well, it starts out with the bear, so I'm seeing things moving really slowly at the beginning of the week, and I think this has to do with the shipments. You might see delays and excuses there because it just feels like there's this big something that's moving just way, way, way too slow. The word lumbering is coming across. And the next thing we get is the pig, and the pig talks about, I'm looking at this, and it seems to go from one to the other, the bear then the pig, and it both seems to be talking about the same thing. So not only are things going to be slow, but the distribution is going to be kind of unfair. And I know that the vaccines, there's certain hot spots, but it's almost like at first we only get enough for them, so nobody else right away is protected. Of course, that's just the beginning of the week. So, of course, we've got drama around that, right? Aw, okay. So you have a crossroads here, and this is it's a crossroads, but it also shows a Queen of Diamonds. And when I look at that, I'm seeing somebody very important in Canadian politics, a woman, and I think it's Dr. Tam. But I'm seeing somebody that's has some. It feels like they're in the government, but they have some very tempting offers in the private sector. So the government might lose a very important person to the private sector. And then you have the fox. It's strange. You got the bear and the fox. And something about the two of them together just says Russia to me. And so I think that we're going to get one of those cyber attacks from Russia this week. But it does look like Russia's playing a little bit with us on cyber. So there's at least a little cyber attack there. I'm just worried about because the way these two fall together kind of says that Canada's on Russia's radar now. Yikes! Ooh. Okay, so you've got the week ends with a coffin. Hmm. Let me just hold that card a second. I don't like to predict death, but I really feel I'm just seeing a white-haired man. Um, yeah, I think that we're going to lose somebody important in Canadian politics, and that it feels like somebody with white hair. So it's not exactly a fast moving week for Canada. Let me throw. How is everybody here yet?
We have a number of people here.
Okay, so I'm just going to throw just a couple more and then move on to the emails because I know all of you want to see that. Great, great. Okay, so there is some good news this week. It feels like, despite all the petty annoyances and everything I've talked to you about, is actually sort of petty annoyances, except for the passing of that one fella. I'm not sure who it is. It doesn't. It feels like somebody who used to be important. So it's somebody that gets the attention and the memorials and that. So anyhow, that's this week in Ontario. Any of you who watched my interview earlier today on the Haunting Live podcast know that I also did a reading for this week in the Dawn, and he's got an exciting week coming up. And if you want to know about that after you've done watching this, go to Haunting Live podcast and watch my interview with Trevor. Trevor is a really good interviewer. I was very happy with that. Okay, so thank you for sending emails. I actually have 10 of them today. So I'm always glad to see your emails through the week. Anybody who wants their reading done first in this segment of the show, make sure that you send your question via email to the Queen of Ooga Booga at gmail.com, and I will answer all emails that I receive before 8 o'clock on Sunday, right before the broadcast. And this week, our questions start out with Miss Stephanie. And Miss Stephanie, she wrote me last Sunday. And she said, "Good evening. I just got home and I know it may be late." And she was late for last Sunday. She sent at 8:30, and of course, 8 o'clock. But I'm answering her question this week, and what Stephanie wanted to know. She said, "I wanted to know if you see pregnancy in my near future. Thank you, if possible." Well, let's see. Stephanie and pregnancy. And I'm going to use, I've got a playing card deck here, and I'm just going to use playing cards. They're a little slippery, but I still like them because I can rifle shuffle them. Just like that. Okay, so Stephanie and pregnancy. Stephanie and pregnancy. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, dead center is a man, but he's not really in that good of shape, and it sort of says manservant, and he seems to be a little wounded. So the cards are a little worried that you might have responsibilities already. So it makes me wonder, okay, so if you're looking to get pregnant, are you carrying somebody here? Are you being a surrogate mama or a nurse to somebody? You know what they say, never be a nurse or a purse. And so this is something to consider. You have a lot of responsibilities. Okay, so one thing that comes up here, and so far you've got spades. So this whole topic is really grounding you, and it's changing your perspective. And I think that you're starting to look at things like your responsibilities and the roles other people play. And when I look over to the left, I think maybe you may have had a miscarriage or something before, because I'm seeing a young child spirit around you who's kind of watching over you. And she's saying to keep your eye on the road ahead. So let's see what's on the road ahead. Okay, so you've got the 2 of clubs. So it looks like you've got opportunity coming in, and you've got these 2 natives here, and one's aiming his arrow, and you've got the target here. So and just when I look at it, it says bullseye, bullseye to me. So it looks like right now life is kind of sharpening you up for something. I'm not sure whether it's pregnancy, but I do know that all the things that you're considering inside, this is the time for you to do it. And I know your question was specifically on pregnancy, so I'm going to cut one more card just for that question. Stephanie and pregnancy. Okay, and you got the Queen of Spades, but in this Queen of Spades, I don't know whether you can see it or not, but she has a baby there. There's a baby on the flag. So, what I see is it's telling me that It's not, the die hasn't been cast here, but there is a possibility of you having children in the future. So I can see why it's sending you so many spades saying, watch your grounding, watch your grounding, watch your grounding. Make sure your foundation is good. So the idea of a baby, it's a maybe, but not right away. But this is the time, if you want a child in your life, Stephanie, you need to work on your grounding. And when I saw the Queen, I got the feeling of about a year. So that tells me that you've got a year to kind of get things stabilized so you're ready for a child. So that's about the time that the universe wants to send one to you. Okay, so our next emailer is Desmond Daniel Sims. And Desmond says, could you give me a free reading? I saw this email on YouTube. I am always glad when people recognize my show. I'm glad that you saw the email, and I hope that you become a subscriber. And I'm more than happy to give you a reading, Desmond. Okay, so, and this is just general reading, so we're going to do a little 3-card spread, maybe see what the next little while holds for Desmond.
And just a reminder that all readings are for entertainment purposes only.
And I am so very entertaining. Okay, Desmond, it's funny because we had this particular king in that same position the last reading. You guys saw me shuffle the cards. Okay, so this is in French, and I know some of it, but I don't know this one. But you've kind of got like a little bug, and we'll get to what that means. Oh, nice. Okay, and then the positive aspect, you've got the 8 of Diamonds, and that talks about an evolution, opportunities coming up in work. That there's time, whatever it is that you do to be productive. You've got it just feels like you've got more time, more materials, more resources to do what makes you feel the most productive. And it feels like it's one of those things that you like to wear a lot of hats. So I see you wearing a lot of hats, as in taking on a lot of different responsibilities in the job market going forward. Right now, I think you're in a healing part of your life. But when I look at this, and this one right here came up negatively aspected and what's negative in your life, and it's kind of a bug. But bugs are the things that annoy us, and I think that right now it feels like you're letting the little annoyances in your life kind of prolong some of the healing that you should be doing. I think when I look over, if I look to the past year, you may have had a few hurts coming in, and you're having a hard time letting go of it. But the cards are saying this is absolutely time for you to let go of it and pay attention to the multitude of opportunities that are in front of you. Instead of asking, how do I feel, ask, what can I do?
What can I do?
That's right. See, he's got it. Our next question is from our all-time favorite Virgo Queen.
Hi, Virgo Queen. Let's see if she's here. Da 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 da. Nay. Oh, yep, there we go.
Hi, Virgo Queen. Okay, so I'm reading your letter, and it says, "Hi, Queen. I have been getting a bit worried as of late, only because he's working really long hours getting his money, which I know he should be doing, but he's been lacking when it comes to the communication and affection department. So I'm asking, when will he start showing me more affection and having better communication with me? Thank you, Queen." Oh, Virgo. Okay. I'm a Virgo myself, I know what it feels to be like Virgo. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Mr. Ivan. Okay. Give it one good fluff there. There you go. Oh, okay. When the one card that came flying out is it's a picture of a woman, but it's like an old poor woman, a beggar woman. And I think that one of what's going on with Ivan right now is he's thinking about the future. He's thinking long term in ways he hasn't thought long term. And I think he's a little afraid of, and this is just figurative, but he's a little afraid of eating cat food in his old age. That's, well, a lot of us are worried about being
Well, no,
poor and
no,
old.
it's true. I see old people grocery shopping, and it's scary.
Yes. So, get one more shuffle. Here. Ivan. Okay. Oh, look at that. Okay, so you, dead center, you got two of diamonds, and diamonds are fire, but they also talk about business. They talk about money, and when I see the two of diamonds here, he really is thinking about the future. You know, and I'm sure he tells you that if I work hard now, I could get myself into a position where I have more time for you and the kids and even even the dogs. Okay, so he's thinking about the future, and he kind of expects you to be patient, and I think that might be, I'm okay with that. I really am. He's trying to be practical. He's trying to do the right thing. He's thinking a lot about having, the idea of having three kids and what that means, financially, what that means time wise, so he's taking this all pretty serious. I'm actually fine with it. I'm sorry that you feel that he doesn't have enough time for you, but he is doing it for you and you kind of know it. So instead of worrying about when he's going to open up and communicate, read what he is doing now with his life as his message to you. And his message to you is, I am serious about my future with you. I am serious about you becoming my bride. I am serious about you becoming the mother of my children. Okay, so he's doing the right things for the right reasons. Yeah, he's doing exactly what he should be doing right now. You know, it might help you to pick up yoga, start meditating a little bit, but you don't have to be worried about the guy. He's doing what he knows is the right thing, and he's trying to do right by you and right for the future. He's just, you're hot-blooded, Virgo Queen. You're not easy to keep up with.
Who's next?
Who's next, indeed? But we love hearing about from you week after week, living vicariously through her. And I love hearing from fellow royalty. And speaking of fellow royalty, my next writer here is Magical Princess. Respect. And Magical Princess says, "Hi, Queen. My boyfriend and I have been trying to have our first baby, and no luck so far, so I'm curious if you see me finding out I'm pregnant this year or anything else I should be aware of when it comes to him and me." Well, so this one is for Magical Princess. This is for entertainment purposes only. I do not do health readings. But having said that, I just get something weird in your back, and I'm thinking maybe it could be kidneys. Anyhow, drink more water. I think you should drink more water. Again, I'm not a doctor. This is for entertainment purposes only, but that's just my opinion. And this card came flying out, the Six of Spades, and the scene in it is kind of a family scene. And it looks like you've got 3 generations there. So what it's telling you is don't worry so much. You will have children, and there will be, the 3, 4 generation pictures. You'll have a baby to bring to the family reunions, is basically what that card's saying. So, Magic Princess. And babies and anything else she needs to know. Okay. So, Magic Princess. What do you have to say to Magic Princess? Aww. Okay, so you've got you've got the Jack of Diamonds, just dead center, and the Jack of Diamonds in this deck is kind of he's kind of somebody who's looking forward to his future. So he's looking for opportunities. So that tells me he's just starting out in life, and he's really seriously considering what he wants to be when he grows up. That's so cute. It says right here that he's thinking that he wants 4 kids. Something about 4 kids. Okay, so you will have children, but there is this thing that you will have children, but there is a member of the older generation who will not live to see your children. So that's kind of, again, for entertainment purposes only. But when I see something like that, you said anything you need to know, this is a good time for you to spend time with the older members of your family. Those who are getting up in years. Just take a second to sit down and find out their history, find out the secret recipes, whatever you need. But you and I don't know about you, but your boyfriend's thinking, yeah, someday I'm going to have 4 kids. It's kind of old-fashioned kind of guy. Okay, so the next one is Swaggy Star. Hi there, Swaggy Star. And she says, hello, Queen. Hope you are doing well. I'm writing you to ask about my first love and me. You see, okay, I am writing you to ask about my first love and me. You see, he and I have been, he came back into my life. I was trying to read the same line over and over again. Okay, so you see, he came back into my life after so many years, and he wants to have a heart-to-heart conversation with me about us and moving forward. My question for you is, will we end up in a committed relation with each other this year? Thank you, Queen, in advance. Well, I can say that your ex-lover thinks so. Let's see what the cards think. So you guys have already done some evolving on both sides. So far so good. I'm seeing family scenes with kids and multiple generations around you, and I'm seeing that in the 6 of Diamonds. So there's good potential there. And I had this thing about not putting on the same old shoe, but if you've got years and years and years that passed, then that means that both of you have changed and grown, and hopefully you've changed and grown in such a way that a relationship can flourish. Sure sounds like that's what both of you want. Okay, so Swaggy Stars, potential relationship. Absolutely. This is going to be a home run. You guys did do your growing up here. There's something that didn't last before because you were too young, too dumb, too something. But right now it's more about being well grounded and growing up. Yeah, more diamonds. So we got 10 of diamonds, the 8 of diamonds, and the 7 of diamonds. And all of them these family scenes. So there's good grounding here. You got along well with his family. He got along well with your family. There's a new generation in each of your families. Yeah, this is favorably aspected, and I don't usually say that about reconciliations, but this isn't reconciliation. This is a serious relationship started by two adults who happened to like each other and knew each other a little differently in the past. This is not going to be the same relationship. Thank goodness. And I gotta say that because the last one didn't work out, remember? Okay. So good for you. Good for you, Swag Star. My next question comes from Wicked Fairy. And Wicked Fairy says, "Hello, Queen. I want to ask you about my family drama." Yep, families are good for drama. "I have just been feeling so unwanted because my parents don't really seem all that interested in having me in their life just by the way they treat me. I'm curious if moving in with my boyfriend would work out for him and me and put this situation to rest." Well, you got two different things on the go there. One of the things that I get from your parents, is it's not you, it's them. Which I know they say that when you break up. But I almost got to feel like they're going through a rough patch in their relationship. It's just like they're focused more on what's going on between the two of them to the exclusion of their children. So that's the sort of thing that couples who are having difficulties, but they're having difficulties that have nothing to do with you. Let's see about you moving in with your boyfriend, because that seems to make you happy thinking about that. So what do the cards say about Wicked Fairy moving in with her boyfriend? As far as the thing with your parents, don't take it personally. Isn't that nice? 6 of Hearts. And the 9 of Hearts. And the Ace of Spades. Okay, so this seems to be good, but I have to say, be careful with your birth control because it looks like a baby would happen very easily. You see the baby and the little butterfly, a baby wants to happen to you, and as much as it'd be a beautiful thing, there's always a practical side of having a baby. So be careful with your birth control and make sure that you're ready for a baby before you have one. But yeah, this looks like a loving, happy, joyful thing. Go for it. And I hope your parents work out their difficulties. I'm sure you do too.
And who we have next?
Who do we have next? There's 4 more folks, and then we will get to our live show. Oh, this one always makes me hungry. Almond milk candy. Now I want candy. Okay, so anyhow, almond milk candy says, "I have been puzzled the last week or so because I keep having dreams about this one guy who, mind you, doesn't even know I exist. I've never met him in person, just watched him on YouTube. But I think he reminds me a lot of my boyfriend, and that's why I dream with him. I don't know, so please let a girl know what it means for me to keep seeing him in my dreams." Okay, so my first impression, I'm going to see what the cards have to say, but my first impression is that you're quite well aware almond milk candy, but you said it yourself, he reminds you of your boyfriend. And I'm wondering if maybe that dream is telling you that you need your boyfriend to be a better version of himself. It makes me wonder if maybe your boyfriend has started slacking off. You know, maybe this guy you see on YouTube is what your boyfriend would look like if he ironed his shirt or something, you know? 'Cause it just feels like the reason you see this guy is it reminds you of what your boyfriend could be. Okay, so let's see what the cards have to say. Almond milk makes me hungry. Almond milk candy's boy. Okay, so Okay, so the middle card, you've got the Raggedy Man. So the cards agree with me. Your boyfriend is letting himself slip, and he's not dressing up as much or putting on the Ritz as much as he did when you guys first went together, and you would like those days back, which makes me think that maybe you have not. Yeah, you have not. He presents himself like this, but he used to present himself like this, and that's the guy you fell in love with. And it doesn't mean you don't love your boyfriend, it just means you wish you'd try. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. That's exactly. Oh, and this is positively aspected. And you have the Jack of Clubs. But if you look at him, there's this kind of looking over his shoulder, this kind of boredom, this kind of complacency. You know, and I notice that he's unshaven. Whereas you look at this guy and he's just got every hair in place. So that's why you dream of that guy. Because you wish your boyfriend would start stepping up to the plate and be more like he used to be. Just like the guy in the YouTube video.
3 more?
3 more it is. And then I can get to everybody's live questions. My next one is another one from Patricia. Hi, Patricia. It's nice to see you. And Patricia says, hello, Sally. I wanted to know in how many weeks or months I will be employed again with a job that I like. It's in my heart to stay fully retired, but until the universe brings me money to do so, I must find employment income I will enjoy. Again, I think the lottery is looking like my best bet. LOL, Patricia. Oh, come on, Patricia. Let's see about what opportunities are for Patricia. Okay, so I'm kind of going to do 2 here, where I'm going to look at the opportunities in front of you, so the quick opportunities, and then your best opportunities. See if I can get a time on that. Okay, so you're looking in the wrong direction. You know, and I can see, you know, I always talk about nothing chases money away worse than money hunger. And so it's sort of like you're too focused in on the money and you're not focused in on your happiness, even though you say you are. It's this card. This card right here says stop feeling poor. Stop feeling poor. Stop feeling raggedy. Stop feeling like you're not enough. Okay, just stop all that. Aw, you got 4 of diamonds, but I love this 4 of diamonds. It's got all these little cherubs. And when I turn it around, it just says, oh, just remember everybody loves you. So you are well loved. You can basically, anyone you've ever worked with would say good things about you. And I know you don't believe that, but it's true. And it says right here, you've got 4 different jobs that you could go to right now. Not necessarily that it's what you love, and some of them might be a little bit boring, but they're all working with people that are fond of you. And then you have the Then you have the King of Clubs to the right. And the King of Clubs is sort of, he's got his hands in front of his eyes. And again, it's sort of this thing where you're looking in the wrong direction. And you're looking at it in such a way that makes you unhappy. But if you want to take advantage, there's opportunities right now that you can take advantage of today if you want to, but it does say that's not exactly what you want. You know, but know that they're there, because just knowing that those opportunities are there are going to start making you feel more valuable. And that idea of not knowing your value is not working out for you. Oh, good. When I look at the long term. All right. So it's not as quick as you'd like. Definitely not as quick as you like, but you do have an 8 of hearts. And so that tells me August. And whether I look at August or the 8th month or 8 weeks, it still comes about the same. So we are looking at late August, early September, probably late August, an opportunity coming in that's more what you want. You see that guy right there presenting the box? So be patient, but no, it's not like you have no opportunities. So then it becomes a power thing where you are choosing to wait for the right opportunity. And that feels a lot better than saying, I'm so broke I should go out and buy lottery tickets. You are choosing not to take the opportunities that won't make you happy right now, but you're wondering if you will ever get the opportunity that you want, and you have thrown it out to the universe, and yes, it will come through, and it will come through in an 8. Okay. So, as always, it's great hearing from you, Patricia.
And next,
Last page of emails. And these were sent today. We get one from Julie, and Julie says, Hi, Sally Diane. I'm watching you on Haunting Live podcast right now and would like to submit a question for your live readings this evening. So glad you watched my interview on the Haunting Live podcast. I hope all of you go to the Haunting Live podcast and watch the interview. It was a lot of fun. Anyhow, back to the letter. It says, when and where will I be moving near water? Thank you very much. Great interview. Thank you, Julie. And where and when will I be moving near water? Well, you already established that the where is near water. I'm being funny. I'm funny, aren't
I'm off notch all the time.
I? That doesn't sound so good, does it? Okay, so I asked for that one. So, Julie. Okay. Well, we got an answer already, and it's giving me September. And there's actually, okay, it feels like it's near water, but it doesn't feel especially warm. Let me just pull up 3 more cards. It says September, 3 months. Okay. That's 3, another 3. Okay, so it gives me 3 months, but it doesn't feel resorty wherever you're going. Maybe you're moving close. It doesn't feel like it's actually the water that you have in mind, because I'm not necessarily seeing beaches and boats and stuff like that. I'm seeing more like a pond and maybe a fisherman kind of thing. And I do see you moving somewhere in 3 months, but it just like I said, it doesn't feel especially warm, so it's a place that has winter for sure. But having said that, I think I'm describing what you want, because someplace where you are very happy. So you will find it, and you'll know it when you find it. Okay.
was that the last email, or is there one more?
One more.
One more email.
One more comes from Suzanne. And she says, it was an interesting week, and especially Friday. Okay.
Is there a question in there?
Yes. What do you see for the next 2 weeks for me? Hug Suzanne. Okay, so the next 2 weeks for Suzanne. Well, you have one interesting week. You want 2 more? Okay, next 2 weeks for Suzanne. Seriously. You've got an opportunity coming your way over the next 2 weeks, but it might not be exactly, it's either not what you wanted or not what you expected. I think it's more or less not what you expected.
What card was that?
It was the Ace of Hearts.
Is there more to this reading?
Oh yes, that's just the one that came flying out. So I know everybody was wondering that. 3 cards for Suzanne, and okay, so the next 3 weeks, you have an opportunity coming up, but in the midst of it, there's some loss too. So you've got a little bit of a setback here, but it looks like it's a necessary adjustment. What it says is kind of like right now you're learning to be the ringmaster, and so okay, so I'll just say it like they're saying. They're basically saying the next 2 weeks it's going to be a bit of a zoo. They're shuffling things around. They're shuffling things around a lot. Some of the people they're leaving are people that you would rather stay. But some of the people are leaving. You're very happy with leaving. It says that the core group that's left is pretty clean and neat, and what I mean by that is after 2 weeks, whoever's left around, it's a good, solid, tight knit team. Like there are no losers, there are no weak links here. So it's, despite the fact that it's going to be a zoo, it ends up in a good place, and you're still there, and they still love you.
Woohoo! Next.
Okay.
Next.
That's it.
That's it? We're
That's
done?
it.
Good night, folks. Bye-bye.
Okay, so what time is it?
It is 9:30.
Okay, folks, I know there's a lot of people there, so we'll stay on until after 10 just to get to see if we can't get to most of your questions. So who's first, darling?
First, we have Amanda, who would like a general
Amanda.
reading. Maybe we'll keep those down to 3 cards readings.
Yes. 3-card reading for Amanda. Whoa.
Okay, 3.5 cards.
They're lively tonight, folks. Okay. Amanda, she just wanted a general reading?
Correct.
Okay, general reading for Amanda, and so you get the Hermit, but the Hermit's the Hermit's turned upside down. So it's saying you're coming to the, it may feel like you've been doing things on your own for a while, but you're coming into a period where you're not going to be standing on your own anymore. You're not going to be alone. There is a move coming up for you. There is a move, and I think that there's something around relationships. There's a potential engagement, but it's almost like being engaged to be engaged. It's like, okay, we want to do the marriage thing, but not right now for whatever reason. So things are moving forward for you. Things are as they should be. And I'm fine with that, and I'm absolutely fine with you finally not having to do things on your own. All right, Amanda. Good on you. Overall, you are moving in a good direction, and you have a lot of functions of 3 in your reading, so that tells me that the goddess is watching out for you. All right.
Hello, everybody. Lovity is
Hello.
here. Amy Mia is here. Lovity Green would like a general love rating.
Love. So, another 3-card spread, and you got something new coming through in love. New and hot. And there he is. Okay, so that was
Lovely green.
Lovely Green. Lovely Green, you've got two aces here. So you've got a new beginning coming through. The Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords goes fast, 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 fast. So something's coming in just out of the blue. And this is going to blindside you a bit. And this is somebody who there's a lot of chemistry there, but it's somebody who believes that some things in a relationship you should wait a while for. So you've got somebody who has a very strong moral compass here. But wow, we got the chemistry going on. That looks like fun to me.
Okay, next we have Amy Mia, a
Hi, Amy
general
Mia.
reading.
I can do a general reading for you. Let's see. The deck that I'm using today is the Pamela Coleman Smith deck, and it also has 4 bonus cards. Oops. Okay, and this was a general reading, and
General reading for Amy Mia.
the death card came out, and the death card is very rarely about death, but it is about change. It is about political change, and this one feels like I'm not sure whether this has to do with your family or work, but I'm more inclined to believe that it has to do with work. That there's a change in leadership, and the change in leadership changes things, changes your role as well, because it feels like you're very happy to see a change in leadership. So you're going to see more common sense and more kindness and compassion coming in, because the old king was a bit of an autocrat. Let's put it that way. Nice new beginning, Ace of Cups. This is things are coming down well over the next 5 months. There is a new beginning involved, and within the new beginning is a new opportunity for you. But it feels really, really blessed. It feels almost like a gift from angels. So this starts out, and I think it has to do with this change of change at the top, because it just feels like it's such a blessing. It's such a blessing. Nice. Okay. You've got all good cards. The only thing that the only thing is that it involves change. So the winds of change are coming in your life. Whatever life wants to take from you, let it. Because life wants to put you in a better, more productive situation work-wise, and it looks like life wants to put you on the path to a committed married relationship. All right. Good on you. And there's this force. So this is your life stabilizing a lot. And that I think that all this will happen before next spring.
Well, that's only 9 months away.
For new, that's pretty
That's
fast.
right. Yeah. Baby time.
Maybe.
Next, we have Go Rhino,
Hi.
who wants to know about the person they're going to marry. Or at least illegitimately shack up with for 10 years.
Committed relationship it is. Okay, so it's
That was for Go Rhino.
for Go Rhino. And one of the most important things with a relationship is you have to have a relationship where there's trust between the two of you. You know, where somebody can't create trouble. It feels like you've got troublemakers in your midst. And you have to watch out for those. And this was a relationship reading, correct?
Yes, it is.
Yes, because you've got the Ten of Cups, but it's Ten of Cups reversed. So it means that you are on the path for happiness. You just haven't achieved it yet.
The question is about who will she marry?
Well, that would be the Knight of Wands. It's just that this is somebody that you haven't quite met yet. There's this kind of, it's coming, things are unfolding, but you haven't quite met him yet. It feels like you might be, you might still be trying to revive an old relationship that should be left in your past. But you've got somebody new coming in. And this is somebody, he's got big hands, so I think he's a big guy. He might work construction because he really feels like he works a lot with his hands. He keeps showing me his hands, keeps showing me his hands. He's a meat and potatoes kind of guy, home loving kind of guy, fiery, passionate. Yeah. The right guy for you is coming in, but it's not the one you're focused on. Let life take you where it wants to take you.
So, like, grab a basketball with one hand large, or grab a Pilates ball with one hand large. Next, we have Mary M., a general reading.
Hello, Mary M. It's nice to see you.
Well, M, just like last week.
Mary M. He says Miriam, I'm certain of it. But Mary M.
M. Anyhow,
it's nice to see you.
I do speak with an accent.
And I listen with one, so there you go. Ooh, what was the question again?
Sure, make me figure that out. General reading.
Okay, so a general reading, even though you've got these cards reversed, it still feels like things are moving forward for you, probably not as fast as you want. You might find that the rest of the summer is a little stop and go, stop and go, stop and go, because it feels like you're on the road to success, but it's not as fast as you would like. It's a little hard for you to it's a little hard for you to gather the right resources to achieve what you want to achieve. And I see that in the Chariot reversed, because even though you want your life to go forward, you might not have not have a handle on everything that you need to have a handle on in order for your life to go forward. Basically, it's saying keep on doing, just keep on doing what you're doing now. You're working on growth, in that you are going to get your chance to have your victory. Yeah.
Okay, well, that was a reading for Mary Ann. Next, we have Riley Kid, who would like a relationship reading.
Relationship readings. And I'm just going to stick with my old friends here, you guys. Usually I tear into all kinds of other cards, but I know I left you all waiting a long time. So, Riley Kid wants to know about future relationships.
Relationship reading, yes.
Relationship reading for Riley Kid. All right. Riley Kid's relationship. Okay. So, you have got all good cards. And the thing of it is that when you get these over the top good cards, it makes me worry that maybe you have an unrealistic outlook. So even though things seem to be going your way, this is a time for you to look at everything with a real critical eye. Make sure everything is as perfect as it seems. Yeah, because it just even, you've got the Nine of Cups here. And this one says you can have everything you want out of a relationship. I just worry that you might be missing out on something because you're not being attentive enough. So pay attention to the details, Riley. Overall, the cards like the direction you're headed.
Well, there you go, Riley. Next, we have Penny Lane. We got any messages from your spirit guides for Penny Lane? Other than start listening?
I love the Beatles.
Do not sing a phrase of it.
I'm not. Okay. So.
Those guys are so heavily copyrighted, radio can't play them.
Okay, so.
Spirit guide reading for Penny Lane.
Penny Lane. What do your spirit guides want to say to you? Okay, so first you have strength reversed. And, strength is about confidence. Strength is about having the courage to move forward. And your guides feel like you're not moving forward as much as you can. And they're saying you're selling yourself short. So have a little bit more confidence in yourself and start asking for what you want. Not what you think you can get, ask for what you want. Worst anybody can ever say to you is no. Okay, so you have the Queen of Cups reversed, and again, they're getting on this idea that you might be thinking that you might be looking at life a little bit childishly. Oh, that's why. Okay. So these cards are all reversed. So they talk about potential, but that you haven't realized it yet. And they are talking about you not being strong and confident as you should be. And they are talking about you being focused on the wrong things. So this is a time in your life where you need to be a little bit more serious about what's ahead of you. And they're also talking about a pregnancy coming up that you need to, that might be an unexpected pregnancy. But they say that it's time for you to get ready to become a mother.
Well, to wrap that up, start listening. Next, we have AP, who wants to know whether they will move abroad in the next 2 years, and like where.
Okay. Ventures for AP. Okay, so where will AP go? AP move abroad. Interesting. Nice. Okay, so one thing that the cards are telling me is that you think a lot about it, but you're not doing enough planning, and it feels like you're talking about like it was a dream, but they're saying, if you put some plans into this, if you came up with a serious way to get from point A to point B, you actually could do a lot of traveling abroad. And this has a Mediterranean feel of it. I think that we might be looking at Greece or Italy or maybe even France, somewhere along the Mediterranean. But it feels like you think about these things a lot. You're not doing anything to really make it happen. I would like to live in Spain is not the same as I'm going to go out and research companies in Spain. They're hiring Canadians, kind of thing. And your guides are saying it's definitely time for you to do some research and put some teeth in it, make some definite plans to move abroad, because the door is open there, and you can actually get an opportunity by next summer, because you've got sun here. But it feels like you haven't quite gotten far enough along on the planning to even invite offers to come in. But this is a time for you not to just daydream, but do. Because as soon as you do, then you set things into motion. You can have an offer to be to be somewhere abroad that the sun comes out as a happy child. It shows dreams fulfilled kind of thing. So yeah, you can go abroad, you can live along the Mediterranean, but it's up to you to start making the plans to make it a reality. The potential is already there.
Okay, well, that was for AP. Next, we have Lisa Love.
Ooh, Lisa Love, how are you tonight?
Lisa would like a general message for the week.
All right, a general message for Lisa Love.
Stay dry, and there's high UV rays.
Oh my goodness. And I'm just going to give it just a quick shuffle like this.
It's rare that you do that.
Yes, I just want to make sure that...
Have they not been behaving?
Well, I just want to make sure, because I have been using them a lot. Okay, so, and this is Lisa Love.
Lisa Love, general message for the week ahead.
Good. Okay, so you've got the Hanged Man, but it's the Hanged Man reversed. And what it's saying is that you sacrifice too much. Okay, you're willing to give up your opportunities because you think that somebody else is more worthy or whatever. But basically, your guys are yelling at you and shaking you and going, "Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!" So this is a week for you to be aggressive, assertive. In the short term, ask for what you want. You'll get it. And don't ask for half of what you want. Don't ask for what you deserve. Ask for what you want. You will get it. But definitely be more aware of what's around you and who's around you. And know that when it comes to people, don't judge people by what they say. Judge people by what they do and what they have done. Because past behavior is a real good indicator of future behavior. Okay, so who's next?
Lady Lilith
Hello, Lady Lilith.
would like a general reading.
All right. And it would be my pleasure to give you a general reading. Yeah. General reading for Lady Lilith. Lovely Lady Lilith. Okay, so the cards are saying that you're still dealing with some heartache here. And I think you're owning a lot of it as being your fault when it's not. I think you have to let go of whatever guilt and whatever blame you have in the situation and let yourself continue to heal. This card, the Three of Swords, also talks about what lies beyond the heartache, what lies on the other side of the storm clouds. And on the other side of the storm clouds is a new beginning. On the other side of the storm clouds is happiness and joy. So whatever you can do to get through your grieving process a lot faster. Well, just don't get stuck on the grieving process. Don't get stuck on what has hurt you. Focus on the future, focusing on what's ahead. That's a good thing for you to do right now. The Star reverse says that you still have your hopes and dreams, but you've kind of turned your back on them. You may have forgotten about them. So again, don't fall into sadness. Remember what your hopes and dreams were. Remember what you've wanted to do. Don't lose track of yourself. Good. Okay, so you are healing. You've got the 3 and the 6, and like I've said before, they're function 3, they're goddess numbers. You do have kind of the goddess smiling into your life. This is time for you to draw out some of your old hopes and dreams and what you were going to do when you grew up before you got into that latest situation that's got you hurting so bad. You've got 6 of Wands. This is a time when you can turn things around for yourself. So, don't spend all your time in sorrow. You need to focus on your future because there's something real good there. Thank you for tuning in, Lisa Love.
Okay, next we have Janice M, who wants to know about romance.
Oh, romance is so much fun.
Is romance in the cards?
Romance is so romantical.
You've been watching Anne with an E again, haven't you?
Maybe. Whoops. Okay, romance. Okay, so the 2 cards that come flying out are the Hanged Man reversed and the Page of Wands reversed. And so what it's telling you, just point blank, is quit giving yourself up to these underdeveloped men children.
Okay, well, moving on to Bumblebee.
Now, just because she got barked at a little bit, I'm still going to throw 3 cards.
Oh.
Well, it's not nice to just yell at somebody and then send them off. Okay, so romance.
Who said anything about being nice?
All right. Okay, don't make it easy on them. Romance goes well for you, but you sell yourself short. And one of the things you do is you don't realize it, but you feed to the men exactly what they need to say to you to make you fall in love with them. Don't give up your secrets. Don't give up what you want. Make them work for it. And if they don't like it, then they're not the right ones. This is time for you to, instead of thinking about what whoever in front of you could be, this is time for you to think about what's in your best interest and put that first and foremost. You've got dreams here, and this is the second time the stars showing up for you. You've got your dreams. Get back in touch with them. Don't be compromising, and don't let people tell you that you're being selfish or that you're being picky. This is time for you to be picky.
Okay.
Well, the next one's going to stick around for a good long time, so you want to make sure that the next one's the right one, or else you got years of regret there. I know, it's so cynical.
Bumblebee.
Love Bumblebee. Felix doesn't, but I do.
Yeah, Felix is our dog. He got stung by bumblebees, and now he's afraid of flies. Bumblebee made a vision board to manifest a new life. How is that going to work out for her? Or him? Or him?
It depends, Bumblebee. It's that vision board is to remind you of what to do. So I want you to take a big black marker, and I want you to put the word do in the middle of it and underline it. So remember, those aren't the things you're waiting for life to just kick through your front door. Those are the things that you want to go out and pursue. And you've got the Ace of Swords. So it says it's a good new beginning. With the swords, the swords are fast moving, the swords are cutting to the chase, the swords are all about truth and going after what's right. So use that vision board, but always action every day. Do something productive every day. Do something, even if it's something very small, toward achieving what's on your vision board. And what will that do for you? That will bring you success. Yes, use your vision board as a guide. It's a good blueprint for your future. Use it, follow it, do. Okay, so who's next?
Okay, I'm lost. Yeah.
Okay, while he's looking,
all right, Sonia wants a reading in finances.
Sonia, finances. Okay. No money hungry, no money worry there. Okay. Okay, there's an offer coming through to you. This is the Knight of Cups. He brings you an offer of, whether you're looking for advancement or a way to earn a little bit more money, maybe get overtime, extra hours, something like that. But there's this offer of, here, this will help. And you have the Seven of Cups, but the Seven of Cups reversed. And it's actually better to see it reversed because, if it was right side up, it's illusion, delusion. And it says that going forward, for some reason, your vision becomes a lot more clearer about what you want to do, where and what you should do. So that clarity does bring good things. And notice you've got 3 cups here, and cups are emotional. Cups are about moving in a way that brings you happiness. And I see your money situation moving forward in a way that brings you happiness. Keep in mind, it's not money itself that makes you happy. It's
stuff
friendship.
You can buy with it.
Well, yeah. It's a lot better than being poor, but there's more than just money and stuff to happiness. Okay. So how are we doing here? I haven't once told you guys about the Ghost of the Queens event, which is coming up in October. And now that the lockdown is lifted, I'm sure that we're going to sell out. We sold out the last event pretty quickly. So make sure that you go to the Haunting Live podcast website and find out about how to get your tickets for the event. They're $140. It's a 2-day event. It includes a dinner, includes speeches on the first night, plus a pajama party for those that stay at the Queen's Inn, which of course is going to be most of you. It includes continental breakfasts, workshops all day Saturday, and Saturday night we're going to have a walkthrough of some of the more haunted rooms in the Queen's Inn, and we're also going to do a real world seance chaired by your queen, the Queen of Ooga Booga. There's it'll be me, it'll be the Haunting Life podcast guys and all their tools, and we'll also have a very special guest, Marianne Kennedy from the Ghost of Dufferin County and beyond, and she is one of our favorite mediums, and she will be talking on Friday night about mediumship, and she will be giving a class on Saturday about how to get started with mediumship. Also, there will be a course on getting in touch with your angels that Chris from Haunted Life Podcast will be teaching, and I will be teaching a course on how to read your playing cards. And that is October 29th and 30th, Halloween weekend. I hope to see y'all there. And for more details, go to the Haunting Life Podcast. And speaking of the Haunting Life Podcast, as you know from earlier, they did an interview I was on earlier today. And you're welcome to go watch the interview. It was very good. I enjoyed talking to Trevor. And we got a little bit about how I got started and just where my roots are. So if you're interested in that, go to the Haunting Life Podcast and watch the interview. And I am ready to take another question,
Are
my
you
darling.
now?
I am.
Okay, well, look at that. First, we have Abby. Abby, thank you for your return and for your comment. You told Abby last week that she should have a backup plan for transportation. Well, it turned out to be a virtual meeting that she needed the backup, ended up using a backup computer for. So it was a virtual transportation, so she
Oh,
did
my
manage to get that all set up and done, so that's good.
Oh, I'm glad that it went
I am
all
too,
right.
yeah, it's always nice to hear that. Next we have, let's see. No. Virgo Queen's going on about cat food. Chris wants to know, a good friend is having trouble with their wheels. Will things get worked out?
With their wheels.
Yes.
Oh, you mean his car?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, the car. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You got the hero fan. Yeah.
Woohoo!
Yep.
How much money is this one going to cost us?
No. It won't cost money, but there's that idea of, okay, a lemon is a lemon is a lemon.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and
who we got next?
you know, I did want to announce that this week we're going to try something new, and I want you guys to watch the Queen of Ooga Booga channel for this. We will be doing tarot reads for the different signs of the horoscope for the month of July. See how you guys like it, and that will be going up on July 1st, so watch out for that, and make sure that you let us know what you think.
July 1st.
Yes,
You're a slave driver, you know that?
I
Making
am.
me work on a national holiday that everybody's ashamed of this year.
Yeah, well, but you see, I didn't wear orange. Of course, my orange top is way hot.
You're way hot, baby. You're way hot.
Ah,
Next, we have Hi Swaggy Star, Magical Princess, Lawn Historia,
yes.
Dream Career. Lon wants to know whether the dream career is worth pursuing.
Always.
Yeah. And she wants any advice on that, or he.
Okay, so dream career is always worth, we're only given one life, and life is short. So how we spend our time is important. And pursuing our dreams and what's important to us is the way we should spend our time. We're only given so much of it.
We're living to 100 people have got like 5, 6 careers in their life at this point.
But there's so many things to do in this
That's
life.
right. You pick one, and if you don't like that, you move on.
Okay, so, let's see, careers. Dream careers. Yep, you've got King of Wands, and that is hang on to your passion, go with what sets you on fire. And the wands are about enterprise and entrepreneurship. So, the one thing is know who you are, know what you like, and make sure that you take on get a handle on it. It looks like entrepreneurship and business is your dream career. You like the idea of running your own business is very strongly aspected with you. Just because of the person you are, you like to, you don't. It's not like you're bossy, but you know what you want. And there is a warning here against misdirection. So, I feel like you may have been given some well-meaning advice about, doing the practical thing, and you should do this because it's got a good future and because of money and blah, 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 and stability. But that's not the same as pursuing your dream. It sounds good on paper, but we're people and we were given hearts and souls, and you are a passionate person. You need to go for the entrepreneurship. Yeah, yeah. Don't go after the money. Go after what makes you happy, which is what you were asking about anyhow when you were asking about your dream job. I think you already know what you want to do. You're just worried because it feels like you're turning your back on money and you're not spending your skill set the way the older generation says you should. And do you think that that might be illogical? No, go for your dreams. Go for happiness. The money will follow.
Old people don't know new stuff.
Basically.
Grace wants a general love reading. Everybody's looking for love or sex. I'm not sure which.
We know. They're kind of tied together in a lot of ways. Okay, so grace and love. Okay, whoops.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so the first thing we got, is this Two of Swords. And I think that right now you may have some ties that you need to cut in order to truly find love. So if you're trying to resuscitate a relationship that just seems to be dying on the vine, I'd say let it die on the vine and look for something new. Okay, so let's see what else the cards have to say about it. Dump your current love usually isn't good love advice, but in this case, it's the first thing it says. Oh yeah. It really is time for you to. It's kind of like you need to cut ties and get rid of that, and then clear the shelf and make your room in your life for somebody new, because somebody new is coming in, and he's coming in quick. That Knight of Swords rides in fast, and he comes in a very unexpected way. So make sure that you are romantically available. Yeah. I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, but I've been with him 10 years. That means I've wasted 10 years of your life." No, your life was not a waste. And those 10 years were a waste. You just had to spend the last 10 years while you were living your life. You just basically let this person hang out with you. Just saying. Oh yeah. This one, this Nine of Wands, literally says, "Wait for it, wait for it." So yeah, clear the shelf. Make sure that you're ready for love, because love's coming for you, and it's something hot, really hot, and passionate.
She's gonna want to know when.
It says, "Wait for it."
Okay, wait for it.
She's got, she has, it comes in quick, but the way the reading was set up, and the first thing it said is, you've got something you have to clear up. You might be stringing somebody along or something along those lines, because it just looks like you haven't quite cut ties, because the first thing it says, you got to cut ties. So cut ties.
Did you do a reading for a Desmond via email?
Yes.
Desmond Sims?
Yes.
Okay, well, Desmond, there you go. We did your reading. You'll have to watch
right
the video
at the beginning
back.
of the show.
Yep. Okay, next we have Chris. My boss this week called me dumb. What should I do? Should I suck it up or leave the company?
Well, that just doesn't sound very appropriate.
His boss could have been having a bad day.
Well, we all have bad days. Okay, so there's this idea. You've got the Eight of Swords and you've got the Eight of Cups. And I believe what this is telling me, because it feels almost like two separate messages, but I know that it isn't. And it is saying that you need to stay where you're at, but it's also saying that there is going to be a path forward. You might not see it right now, but there is a path forward. And the one thing positive is not looking at the past and not falling on past behaviors. So, like, whatever this is about the past in general, just put the past behind you. But as far as your boss calling you dumb, which is totally inappropriate, just start looking for a way forward. But there's this Eight of Swords, so that says make sure you wait. You wait until you see the path forward. But with the Eight of Cups, there is that assurance that there is a path forward that will open its way up to you. So you will find a way to get out of the department that you're in and away from your boss. Let your boss say inappropriate things to somebody else. But start looking for the opening of the door. It is coming up.
Okay, that was for Chris. Next we have Astrid.
Hello, Astrid. It's nice to see you.
Can I know if Hira Mandal is honest regarding love with me?
Oh, you know something about whenever that honesty flag goes off, you gotta trust it.
Yeah, if you're not sure, follow your gut, definitely.
Yeah. Because we all know the truth is a pretty rock solid thing, and we all know when somebody around us is deceiving us. We hate to confront it. We hate to think about it because it's just lying is so wrong. Lying is a deliberate act of disrespect. Out of all the things, all the bad things you can do, lying is the one thing you never do by accident. It's always intentional. And don't forget it. Okay, so. Okay, so in the middle you have the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is about doing what's right. The Hierophant is about following certain rules and procedures. And I think that, it almost feels like you have your own personal rules about what you will and won't tolerate. Because it feels like some of the things you're seeing right now, it's like one of those points where you don't want to believe it, and that even shows in your question. But it's kind of undoing your hopes and dreams for the total happiness that you saw on the path ahead. But positively aspected, you've got Seven of Pentacles. So whatever proof you need is coming through. So you won't have to doubt it. It's going to be proven.
Okay, well, that was for Astrid. Next we have Tabitha Joe, who would like a general love reading.
Oh, love is, gotta love.
Sure, every Sunday. For an hour and a half. Then I'm exhausted.
Whatever you've got going on in love right now, Tabitha, it's work, but it's worth it. Okay, so let's get 3 more cards.
We're on a budget this week.
Ooh, got the Devil reversed. Okay, so, and the Devil reversed talks to me about sometimes when we come from a bad spot or we've had bad relationships, we gather bad expectations. And it's almost like we run into the same trap over and over again. And this devil is telling me, be careful not to run into the same trap. Sometimes when you're used to being in an emotionally abusive relationship, a relationship that's not emotionally abusive feels like it's a lot of work, feels like that person isn't expressing themselves. And yeah, it's worth the work. See, you have the world here. You can have everything you want from a relationship. And it just says that you're a little confused about what feels right and wrong. But know that whoever's in front of you now that seems like a lot of work and seems to be, that doesn't seem to be as possessive as you think they should be or whatever, that's actually the way it should be. So love is not only coming your way, but love that breaks the old patterns is coming your way. It's for the illusion and the delusion.
Well, there you go, Tabitha Joe. Next, we have Taylor Wilmore.
Hi, Taylor.
Will my relationship with Tamo be long-term?
Okay, so it looks like there's a move and things are moving forward and there's a little bit of worry about it. It makes me think that maybe you're coming into an early part of a relationship. I'm worried about well, it feels like he's got some strong family ties and his family is a bit concerning. I think that there's a few things about his family that kind of make you grind your teeth. It kind of worried, is this going to be indications of future problems? Is this going to be indications of future problems? The thing of it is that he is, once the relationship gets a little bit more advanced and a little bit more committed, you'll find him putting a little bit distance between himself and his family. So his family and his mom are not always going to have say so in what goes on in his relationship. So yeah, there is potential here. As long as you're both willing to move forward, and a physical move might be a good thing.
Okay, well, one last question for MJ.
Hi, MJ. It's nice to see you.
MJ would like a general reading.
And I would be so happy to give you a general reading. Okay. Oh, wow. Neat. You have got an opportunity coming through, and it's coming through pretty quickly. And this feels like one that you've been waiting for a while. And you may have felt like maybe through the pandemic or whatever that this opportunity was delayed to the point where it wasn't going to happen anymore. But no, whatever relationship you were looking to have, whatever opportunity you were trying to make for yourself, that is coming through, and it is coming through within the next 7 weeks. So you will be able to move forward that way. Okay, so career looks good for you. And also there's somebody here, but I think this is a long-term relationship that's already there. It says you've got somebody by your side, and he might be a little self-absorbed right now, but that comes and goes. I think he might be at the age where he's having a little bit of a lifetime crisis.
Oh no, not one of those.
They happen.
Well, guess what?
We've come to the end of another show.
Yes, we have.
I love coming on here every week. I love reading you guys. Love getting the emails. It's just my favorite part of the week.
Alrighty then. Do you want to do the 3 card thing or no?
Yes, I would
Okay.
love to. Now remember to watch our channel for the horoscopes and let me know what you think of them. And this is for everybody. And pick out 3 cards. 1, 2, and 3. So we have 1, we have 2, and we have 3. And so I want you to pick one. Which one are you most attracted to? 1, 2, or 3? We'll start out with 1. Those of you who were attracted to 1, your question, your message is the psychic shield of protection. And this tells me that this week you are protected. And so this is a good time for you to step back from any negative situations and know that you have some protection from them, but you need to use that protection. So then you have number 2, and those of you who were attracted to number 2, the crystal you got was labradorite. And labradorite is about truth. And of course, truth is one of my favorite things. And labradorite is one of my favorite stones. Just sometimes it's called Canadian opal because it just got so much depth and so much color. But if you were to look at a labradorite from a distance, a lot of them just look plain black. So this says that this week, look at things a little bit closer and know that truth is on your side. So keep an eye out. You might find some truths that you didn't even know were there. And finally, those of you who are attracted to number 3 have picked something called zincite. And it says desires. And one thing that I'm being reminded of is that the penny, money, was made out of zinc. It's also a vitamin, but the idea of money, and this is a week where you can get some extra money. This is a good week for you for resources. You just need to be clear on what you want. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in.
Yes, thank you so much.
We'll see you again next week.
Yes, next Sunday we'll do this all over again. Hopefully there won't be flooding or a heat wave or any other inclement weather that will prevent us from doing this. Oh, who am I kidding? She had a broken arm and I did the show.
Nothing stops us. Thank you, guys.
Good night, everybody.